Run that.
Welcome back to another episode of Running the Light Podcast. We have a special guest in studio. It's pretty. I mean, I'm liking this. I'm all tatted up. He's an artist himself.
We got the double LA hats in here. Jacob, can you give us our studio round of applause for the wolf himself, my boy Emerson, man. So, real quick before people, I mean, this is the second person that we'll have on here that I went to school with that I've known me longer than Eric, known me longer than Jacob, man. We go way back. It is an honor to have you here. I see that you brought something for us. Let's get that started right here.
Yeah, bro,
Oh goodness.
being Guatemalan, I want to present you guys with a little bit of Guatemalan rum.
Hell yeah.
Especially this being my first podcast, I appreciate you guys.
Oh man.
Hit that mic a little bit harder. Let me make sure I can hear you. I feel like his shit's not coming through that
You
well.
gotta put it right in your face.
Oh, pause.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
Damn.
Give me the mic.
Hell yeah, Guatemalan rum.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
I also when I booked you on here, I thought you were Mexican, so I just
I did too. I got the
I get
text.
it.
He was like, Mexican brother. I was like, it's all right.
yeah. He's like fucking A.
I'm just gonna let that one slide.
I was like, let me pop in with.
Yeah. Let's make the clarification here. My boy is Guatemalan. He brought Guatemalan rum in. Much respect. We've got Commerce Club specialty cups right here.
With Commerce Club Ice.
Yeah, specially made
Straight
Commerce
out the
Club
tap.
ice.
That's fire. It's gonna make it taste that much better.
Oh yeah, there you go, brother.
How much
Pour
you put
up
in yours? How much you put in yours?
just a little bit. I just covered the ice. I just want to get it started. Just want to wet my whistle a little bit
With
while
the
we're
old,
pouring up, man.
with the old beak.
So we talked a little bit about the variety of positions that you've been in over the years and how one thing has helped the other. We'll get into more of that in a second, but when did you start tattooing? Since that's what we're at, that's what we're hitting the ground with right now. Here's the lid for that, bro.
Cool, bro. So I actually started tattooing last November.
Okay.
Officially is when I got my apprenticeship license.
Right. Right
Started working at Sailor's Tattoos in February when I moved back from Kansas City.
Okay.
It was an opportunity that was unexpected in a sense. It wasn't in my plan, but it turned out to be honestly what I needed to be doing in life.
That's dope. So obviously I've known you for, almost half our life. I have seen that and I never saw that coming. I mean, you've always been here, you've had your hands in the mix on a lot of different things. And you've always been going and getting at it. But I was like, did he draw like that in school? Was he an artist? I feel like I just personally didn't really remember that. So when I saw it happen, I was like, damn, that's a pretty difficult field, I feel like, to start in on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've always seen you like as more of like the businessman side of stuff and more of a creative, like from a business standpoint. Never knew that you had that art, like, that hand on you, bro. That is crazy to get into. You said, when did you apprentice? Or where?
My apprenticeship started in November.
Last year?
Last year at Sailor's Tattoos. But when it came to like drawing, bro, I've been drawing my entire life.
Right.
If you looked at my sketchbooks or even my notebooks in like school, bro, it was never notes.
Full?
It was never notes.
Okay.
It was all drawings. But I've just been doing it, and I still remember when I was younger, my mom, my dad were like, use this talent to make money. I was like, this will never happen.
Yeah.
Little did I know it panned out for me.
That's so funny.
Years later,
That's so funny.
How long is the apprenticeship?
Apprenticeship is 1,300 hours. So roughly, I'd say around 6-7 months. I actually just got my full license. I just got all my hours in, so I'm like.
Is there like I know nothing. I know obviously tattoos, but I don't know nothing like the business side aspect of it. Is there like a test that you have to do to prove, or you just gonna have to have those hours?
Yeah, bro. So honestly, the weird thing with how Kansas does it is it's a little bit backwards. Like I get my hours in, I tattoo and all that stuff at the shop, and then once my hours are submitted to the state, I go in and I have exams when it comes to like bloodborne pathogens, needle use, actual like hands-on the way I tattoo type of deal. But once I pass those exams, I just renew it every year. But it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it seems kind of.
I guess I never thought about that aspect, the health and safety and the regulations behind it. Because it's one thing like, yeah, can you tattoo somebody? Do you have the hand? Can you, not botch an illustration from paper onto somebody's skin, but also like, do you
You're
know
cutting them open. I mean, it's an open wound.
Yeah, do you know what
Essentially,
when needles are bad or what when ink goes bad? I guess I've never thought about that aspect of it either. You know what I mean? There's a lot more to it because you said test, and I was like, well, yeah, what kind of like a drawing test? But nah, you gotta know shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
bloodborne pathogens. I haven't used the word pathogen ever. I
bro.
don't think.
It's a trip because the exams that we actually take
Word.
are exams that nurses take.
Right.
So like it's not
that
just some
serious.
regular ass.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like it's legit. Like sometimes they will even ask you questions in regards to like the muscles in your face, which makes no sense to me because I'm just tattooing you. I don't need to know the muscles,
Right.
but they ask those questions in depth.
Probably
They're that
yeah.
detailed about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's definitely a good thing. If
Oh, yeah.
when you, I mean, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
And now thinking, I'm like, I'm glad my tattoo
Yeah,
artist isn't a fucking idiot.
Glad that you're thorough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, glad that it's not me. I'm glad that it's not his dyslexic ass.
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
Bro, I'm not
So-
gonna lie to you though. Everybody in the shop, we're kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's normal, bro. If you're a tattoo artist, you're not a little crazy.
Are you? So you're at Sailors.
Correct.
Are you the newest? I mean, because you've only been there for less than a year now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you the newest one in there, or like are there a lot of old heads, or is it kind of a mix?
Man, dude. So the owner, Raul Tanguma, extremely thankful for him. Just off the rip, want to give him a shout out.
Shout out.
He's been in the game since before it was even legal in Wichita.
Damn.
So he's had this shop for 20 plus years, and I am his second apprentice.
Wow.
I'm his second apprentice. It's me, my tattoo artist, Manuel Hernandez, and then after me is Ozzy Rivera. He's the newest one, but he literally came into the shop, I think about 3 or 4 days after I came in. So I beat him
just
to it.
barely,
But-
barely.
Yeah, dude, it's a trip, bro, because you have some vets in there, especially seeing my tattoo artist who's been tattooing me since I was 15, so 13 years now, and now I'm working side by side.
Alongside with them.
Yeah,
So-
that's got to be really cool.
Oh, for sure, bro. I've picked up game that I didn't even know over those 13 years,
Yeah.
So
It's always crucial to have that homie that's schooling you to something. You know what I mean? Putting you on, looking out
sure.
for you, and it's good when they're like also in the workspace with you. It's one thing to have a coach, like an old head that's kind of, hey, look out for this, or if you like giving you some business game. When you get into this, look out for this, this, and this. But to actually be in the business with you side by side, that's super dope for sure. You said that he first tattooed you at 15. So I was going to ask you, what was your first piece? You're covered right now, so I couldn't
I
guess
couldn't
it.
even guess, yeah.
Couldn't even guess it, but what's your first piece? What is the wolf's first piece?
it's actually I got it in a way of like my mom's not gonna be too pissed off. She's gonna be pissed off, not too pissed off. I got Fear God on my traps. I still remember. You remember Jathan Wynn?
Yeah,
correct?
absolutely. Yep.
So he was already hit up, and I remember it was my 15th birthday, and my mom asked me what I wanted, and I was like, I want a tattoo, and she's like, you're dumb. No, you're not. And I was like, watch this. I'm gonna come back with one. I left for a little bit, and I came back, hit up. It's crazy how I did it because unprofessional, but that's just kind of how most artists start off. And that was like the beginning of my addiction, but I didn't know because I told my mom, I was like, man, I don't see myself with tattoos, blah blah blah.
Look at you.
Yeah, you're covered.
Yeah,
covered head to toe.
covered.
Blasted, bro. Yeah.
Blasted, absolutely.
That's dope. That's dope. What was the first piece that you did? Like that you
Yeah.
That I ever tattooed on skin.
Yes.
It was actually my my knuckle, bro.
Okay.
It was an Amazon gun in my crib. It was in my crib, bro.
That's
and
tight.
I had no
Shout out
idea.
Amazon.
Yeah, for
Jeff
real.
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos hooked it up. Yeah.
Jeff Bezos.
Did this.
Here.
Did this.
Yeah, dude. I had no idea what I was doing. It was I don't even know the size of needle, nothing, depth. I just kind of went at it.
That's dope.
And it's kind of cool that it was on myself because it was like
Right.
I'm always gonna see it. I'm always gonna remember that piece as like that's my first
your
piece.
Yeah, this is the living proof right here. And when you're hands on with somebody, that's what you're looking
That's
at. You know what I
literally
mean?
hands-on, yeah.
This is where that's what I'm saying. Who's your when you got your apprenticeship done? Who was your first client? Like, who? Or you don't got a name on my guess. What was the first thing that you got in? You're no longer an apprentice. You're officially like, okay, boom.
Man, dude, that day I forgot what piece I was doing. I think I was working on a Japanese piece that day. where the owner was like, "Yo, I think you have your hours in." And I was like, "Oh shit, let me check." And I was like, "Oh fuck." Like,
Oh, so you hit a mid mid piece.
yeah, bro. So like at the beginning of the day, we are kind of just talking, and he was like, "I think you got your hours," and I was like, "Oh, for real?" Started checking. I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" I'm like, "Dude, I'm set."
Yeah,
I'm like,
so-
I can submit myself for testing and everything. So that was pretty cool, bro. But it's like,
Japanese is crazy shit too.
oh, dude, it's so there's so many rules to it that you have to know. But you know, with evolution, everything's changing and people are adapting to new styles, which is pretty cool. But man, bro, I've been blessed to say that I've been so busy that it hasn't felt like, oh, I'm just starting to get into it. It's
Right.
like it's just been constant. So
Yeah, I mean, in less than a year to have, and I don't know how long it typically takes, but for in less than a year for you to have gotten all your apprentice hours in and be rolled over now into the shop licensed, and still 2 months, 3 months away from being at that year mark, 9 months in basically, and you got all that done. That's really impressive.
appreciate it.
In that time, have you ever had to turn down a project? Like, have you ever had to decline a piece for any reason?
Man, dude, I don't think I'm at that level yet. I'll be completely honest with you. There's a lot of artists that are like, nah, I won't do that. That's not my style. Right now, I have to be humble enough to understand I'll take anything in. I have to work on every aspect of tattooing because in order for me to be good at one certain style, I have to be able to understand tattoo as a whole.
Right.
Mhm.
No, I can't just be like, oh, this is it, and I'm not doing that.
That's a really
So-
good way to look at it.
Yeah, so once I kind of get deeper into it, maybe I'll be like, yo, this is just my style. I'm not touching anything else. But as of right now, I'll take anything, bro. Like I'll take whatever challenges is.
So to
my way.
piggyback off that, if you have an 18-year-old kid coming in wanting a face tattoo, are you doing it? Yes or no?
Shit, that's on you, bro. You're
Right.
a grown ass adult. Like there's a couple artists out there that are like, no, I won't do that because I'm gonna fuck up your life. But I'll say something. But at the end of the day, bro, it's your choice.
Right.
Like it's your life. If that's what you want to do, bro, I'm not gonna stop you.
Because I know when I got the Roman numerals on my hand, on the side of my hand, I already had most of this arm done. And when I walked in, I was like, yeah, I'm looking to get some Roman numerals on my hand. And the guy was like, you sure? And I was like, yeah, man. I think I was like 20, 21 at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I mean, I already have most of my arm. I don't think a little hand tat's going to do anything. He was like, all right, I'm just making sure. This is a life decision. And I was like, are you my fucking mom? Yeah, okay,
bro.
let's get this going. He's like, I don't know if I feel comfortable doing something visible, like that's out loud like that. And I was like, bro, can I?
Yeah.
Let me get another artist. And sure as shit, I had to get another artist.
Bro, and at the end of the day, is like you're coming to me
Yeah,
because you want to do something that's life changing, regardless. So why the fuck am I gonna stop it?
right.
Right, you're gonna get it if it's me or if it's another artist, you're gonna get it.
Exactly, and even let's say that you went to every shop and they're like, no, I guarantee you'll still find somebody else like a scratcher in the house
Easy.
to fucking do it.
Oh,
and at
yeah.
the end of the day, I'd rather give you a solid tattoo than you go somewhere get
Some
a piece of
crack
shit
house,
that you're gonna
yep.
hate.
Yeah. Now it's not only is it a face tat, it's a bad quality face tat, potentially infected.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
seen some.
Oh,
I have seen some nightmare shit on Facebook from people doing it at their house and stuff.
I went to Florida this summer, and I forget that there's so many bad tattoos. Because we're in the beach, so people. I mean, it's
Yeah, bodies are out, skins
my
out.
God, skins out, and I'm looking at something like, oh my God. I told my mom, I was like, imagine me walking around with that. Bitch, be happy I went to quality people.
Right.
Because it's fuck, they're so bad.
Yeah, Well, I mean, I've done some time in jail, and I have seen. I've been to prison. I've seen the setups. I've rated a couple homie setups in the joint. You know what I mean? They had the fan going.
Right.
It was great. Little pencil sharpener, gun action. It is bad. Have you ever had to do a cover up of somebody else's shitty art?
Oh, multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times. Thankfully, like I've been good at cover ups.
Yeah.
So people have come to me, but
I can
Fuck,
imagine
man.
it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably have. There's
Oh.
one piece I'll probably have covered up, but I'm like, I don't
bro,
know.
you're like in the moment, you're like, what the fuck am I gonna do here?
Yeah.
and then you kind of had to be like, okay, this will work, this won't work. And I actually saw, it was another podcast, this dude said this, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. He's like, usually you're able to give them 3 options. Like, you can do this, or you can do this. They really don't have
Too
much
Yeah.
of free reign no more because they already fucked up
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
So now it's like, I have to
It's in
help
my
you fix
hands.
that.
You
yeah.
have to play catch up now.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I can't
fix
just
it.
give you like a fucking cross,
Yeah.
or like a little cross, and then you have this big ass fuck up. No, like I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, this you have to incorporate this dead drawing now into something else. I guess I've never thought about that. I just have always been like, that shitty work that you got to get covered up. But you probably, I'm
Shit,
sure,
bro. And then you deal with scarring too sometimes.
Ooh, yeah.
yeah,
So it's like sometimes you gotta tell people like you're still kind of gonna see it because it's scarred,
Yeah.
but it's not actually the piece.
It's not. Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's better than what it was. That's what I'd be. That would be my thing.
Oh,
you want
for
this piece
sure.
of shit? Or do you want something nicer, but it's still gonna,
yeah,
you already fucked up.
yeah. At least make it, like what is it? Like dusting a haunted house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at least it's a little bit cleaner.
There's still
you know what I mean?
ghosts.
There's still
There's
ghosts.
still ghosts.
There's still remnants of this haunted past that you have. But look at that flower pot.
Yeah.
Look at these roses.
It looks cute over there, but
Yeah.
you
How-
don't get possessed.
How do you feel about like the shows like Ink Master and all those tattoo competitions? 'Cause that's how I started loving tattoos. Because I watched Ink Master and I was like, yo, this is cool shit. And even after
Yeah.
I was like, I think I can. I'm calling the homies. I think I can do this too.
Bro, so like for sure there's a lot of talented artists that are on there, and I can't even knock them because they're on a whole different tier than I am. But I will say, like, it is a TV show, so there has to be some type of acting
Yeah,
Right,
that
script,
goes into
yeah,
it, and I
script.
don't necessarily know. But
That
that is
consists
that is
of-
a show also that I've just been seeing pieces. I'm like, oh, dude, this is fire.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good ass piece, and then there's some artists on there that I'm like,
Yeesh.
oh shit, dude, like
Now, how'd you get on this
how
show?
I was like,
How
I
did you
know.
qualify?
They're on season 37. Anybody can call.
Yeah.
We can send an
Yeah,
application.
we're out
to
of
go
people.
through.
And there's always that one guy that has to be toxic on there.
Always.
I think that's any
what I mean.
show.
That scripted of like somebody has to be the bad guy, and somehow they always make it to like the final three, no matter what shit tattoo.
Honestly, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're fucking right. I've never even. I'm like, this fucking guy
When you
made it.
think about it, yeah, it's always the bad guy, and they always make it to the very end.
I have a question. Is there any speaking on that, just kind of rolling off of that, is there any contest or competition, either Midwest locally or on a coast or something, that you've had interest in, or like maybe know people in that have kind of motivated you or like pushed you? Hey, you should try out for this contest or whatever.
Competitions, not yet, but I will say I went to the Star of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
This was while I was still an apprentice. I went to a convention. It's one of the biggest tattoo conventions in the U.S. And man, bro, you see talent. You
I
see
bet.
fucking talent from all corners of the U.S., bro. And it gave me that push of, oh shit, I need to really kick.
Yeah,
but
dive
kick up
in.
yeah, fucking
For real. Okay.
because I did one of my best pieces as an apprentice in Austin, which is pretty fucking cool, and I
Love
got
Austin.
recognition from like two artists out from California. So I was like, oh, that's fucking tight. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it always makes me feel good, especially loving like Chicano art.
Mm-hmm.
That really fucking like sparked something in me. So I'd say Austin, Texas, California for sure. I'd love to go somewhere out there, and there's a show out in Philly that's super popular.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, I mentioned before. I don't know nothing about like
Mhm.
I know the top layer of tattooing.
tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. Is there like different regions of tattooing? Like this region usually does this. Like New York is usually this type of style. Texas is this. California is that. Because I know from the comedy scene, if you go to New York, it kind of has to be, it's quick, it's punchy, get to the joke. California is a little different. That you can do a little more storytelling. You know what I mean? Is there like that in tattooing?
Oh,
or no?
for sure, bro. You can for sure tell the difference. Like California, a lot of black and gray work.
Mm.
A lot of like, and going back to that like prison style.
Yeah.
Like, that's where the black and gray work kind of came from. And then you have the East Coast that is really tapped into like the Japanese style type of stuff. I will say California does have a lot of traditional stuff too, due to the Navy. That's where it all started.
Right.
And it's just kind of like a huge melting pot, bro. Because like you have strong black and gray artists out on the East Coast, and then you have strong black and gray artists out on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And even to be completely real, bro, Europe, they're black and gray, amazing, bro. Like I've some pieces I'm like, I can't even believe this is an actual.
That looks like
piece.
an
Yeah.
actual picture.
Yeah, dude.
Mm.
International tattoos are so sick. I
They
have.
pop up on my TikTok. I'm like, I gotta go to fucking Germany.
Do you remember Justin Pickens?
Yeah.
Okay, so his wife, shout out to you guys. His wife Bree, they met in Japan while they were in the Air Force, both stationed out there. That's where they met and stuff.
Yeah.
And they came back into town. So I've met them. We've hung out a bunch now since they've been back, dude. They're living. but his wife got her whole sleeve Japanese traditional done in Japan while they were out there, and it's some of the craziest work I have ever seen. But we've been talking about that a lot. You briefly brought up Chicano style.
Yeah.
Would you say that's your favorite to do, just being Hispanic? Like that's kind of what your roots are in, or do you think that you like Japanese a little bit more?
Man, dude, trust me. I love Japanese because I did a full sleeve. My first full sleeve was actually Japanese, but when it comes to black and gray Chicano art, bro, it's just I have a love for it.
Can you
Yeah.
explain that for someone who doesn't know what that is?
Man, bro, it kind of goes back to the root of prison style. Like, you have no colored ink. You have single needle type of work, so it's very fine line type of work. A lot of portraits, a lot of faces, and the biggest thing in Chicano art is really depicting a story. Like, it's such a deep meaning, and that's what, like, I feel my tattoos are just a giant portrait of my life. And when you talk to a lot of Chicanos that have these, like, pieces on them, it roots back to, like, gang members to just normal people out on the West Coast. It doesn't matter, bro. There's such a deep meaning when it comes to like culture, religion, and just who you are, that there's a beauty in it that you can't really describe. And that's why I've always loved black and gray. You get to depict the story in just no color.
Right.
Yeah.
And everyone sees it in a different manner.
Yeah, no, of course.
You know, so that I think that's the beauty behind it.
Yeah, that is pretty dope. Like the lack of color there almost adds more of the story, adds more depth. The lack of adds more.
Yeah, in a sense.
So that's pretty dope. I had never really thought about that either. But I mean, obviously, like I said, having been down that road in my life before, you do notice a lot of like portrait work and stuff like that. Especially, I mean, coming out of their people, that's what they want, their faces, their parents, or whatever. Is that where you would say that you draw a lot of your inspiration from for when you draw? Not necessarily like if you're sketching something up for somebody, but just your own sketchbook and your free time when you just have a pencil and you're by yourself. Would you say that like you're drawing inspiration from being a Chicano, from being Hispanic and running through like the upbringing that you had? You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure, bro. Like, I still remember during COVID, I was going through a hard time in my life, and I lost my cousin. And in those moments where I was feeling a lot of pain, I drew a lot of pieces. Like, for example, I have this piece of, like, a dude in the jail cells, and it says, prisoner of my own mind, just because I felt like I was capsulated in my apartment, bro, and I couldn't.
And you couldn't do anything.
I couldn't.
Yeah, because it's COVID, even worse.
My emotions were just trapped, bro, and I really couldn't talk to anyone because that's just not who I was. So, like, that piece I actually drew while in my apartment. And the fun thing about my pieces is I've drawn every single piece.
I was just about to ask that. That's fucking dope.
Every piece I've drawn, and then it got to a point where me and my tattoo artist started collaborating, where it's like, oh, this is what I have in mind. This is kind of what I have, and he started adding his pieces to it. But yeah, bro, all my art is just me filling it in with my emotions, with my thoughts. And even when I tattoo other people, like, it's important for me to know the reason why you get it. Even if it's like, oh, bro, I'm just doing this for
Just the
shits
bullshit.
and gigs, you know what I'm saying? But when a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh, it's because, you know, this happened or this means this to me, bro, I spill my emotion into it just to make sure that I give good energy behind that fucking tattoo.
Right.
Because I'm not going to give you a bullshit tattoo, bro. I want you to love this shit. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's on there for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's in your fucking skin. You mean it like that.
Yeah, bro. So it means a lot to me, for sure.
You have your whole back done. Would you say that that's like because it's like 3 different things, 4 different things.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple pictures of it. Would you say that's the biggest piece on you, or do you like what is the one piece on you personally that took you the most hours to get through?
Fuck. Probably my back.
Yeah.
If we accumulate the time, I think it was 45, 47 hours total.
God,
on my back, bro.
that's a whole work week.
Oh my
Man,
god.
And some OT.
That's
And some
overtime.
OT.
Man, dude, that shit fucking.
It's
hurt.
sick as fuck though, bro. It's
Thank
sick as
you.
fuck. I remember when you posted that on IG. I was like, bro, he's hard for that. And it's, I mean, just being Mexican, I feel like that tattoo style is just way. I mean,
You have a picture of it?
I'm biased
I don't want
to
to say
it.
take your shirt off, but unless you have a picture of it.
Take it off, dude.
Hey, while
Hey,
we're
this
at
get
it,
me
yeah,
free- this get me freaky.
pour me up a little bit
Yeah,
more
I
of
was gonna
that.
say, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. Let's get a refill, man. You got it.
Yeah, bro. So actually,
Yeah, a little bit more.
I'd like
I ain't
to
driving.
I'd like to give a shout out to
Yeah,
one of my
anybody.
close homies, Alex Green. You probably know him.
Actually, yes, bro. Okay, so he's in LA crushing right now. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, so he, I would say, is one of my best friends, bro. Amazing photographer. He's been featured in a lot of galleries out there, bro.
Incredible photographer.
He's actually about to start working for a upcoming country artist out on the East Coast, which is super dope. Shout out Dalton Davis. Check him out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But bro, he's taking pictures of me before he started blowing up, and now that he's been in the gallery, me and my daughter were actually honored to be in the gallery, bro.
That's dope.
And I got let's see where it's at, bro. It's a photo of my back with my daughter.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the one that you posted.
But
I follow Alex, dude.
God
Damn, it's intricate.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
Holy shit.
Every bit of 40 some hours on that.
But oh yeah, right here, bro. This is probably one of my favorite photos that I've ever taken. It's of me and my daughter, my back, and then the photo of my cousin.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
dude. So
That's a whole story just right there.
Right there.
Yeah,
and
and
in
right
picture
there.
is crazy.
and
Yeah.
in the farmlands here in Kansas. So he actually flew out just to take those photos, and he FaceTimed me, bro, when he was in the gallery with everyone there, bro. And I was like, damn, bro, what a fucking trip,
Yeah.
and an honor to.
Yeah, because he's crushing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got, and I mean, still your boy. You know what I mean? Like, still a motherfucker that we grew up with, but it is now like he's at that level of photography that it's like, damn, I'm honored to be in my homeboy shit.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that's a dope thing to feel too. To be, I mean, the same way I feel about when I see you doing your shit out here, or when I see Jacob crushing, you know, all the video, all the
Blackout Awards?
the Blackout Awards. It's cool to see your homie in that lane and then be able to kind of merge together for a little bit for any collaboration of idea. You know what I mean? To have your work and his work combined, because I didn't know that was your own sketching that you had on there.
Yeah.
I've always just admired the art of it. I'm like, man, that's dope. It's incredibly cooler that you have drawn all that shit yourself. So now it's your art, your cousin's picture, bro. That's
Bro, and the dope thing is that I actually have the original drawing in the shop. So you guys will see it later when I tattoo you guys, but it's actually there.
yeah.
And it's like, it's proof that I drew that shit.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I drew it way before this was even a thought, you
Yeah.
know, of having my back as an entire canvas. But yeah,
Well,
bro.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Chin,
fellas.
chin, chin, chin. Tap me in.
Tap you in?
All right, take it easy.
Pause. But
That shit is good as
is
fuck.
good.
I honestly,
I'm a tequila guy myself, but that's fire.
that rum
That
is
is so good.
It's crazy good.
and I always tell everybody, I'm like, bro, you can't mix that. You
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah,
I like,
no, I'm glad that we didn't. Now
Cubs
that
on ice,
now that we've got, yeah,
The water dilutes a little bit, so it's just tasty. It's tasty.
It's made out of like real sugar cane and like banana and all that type of shit, you know, Guatemalan shit.
Right.
yeah.
Bro, have you ever had
Plantains.
sugar cane? Like
Yeah.
straight sugar cane?
I don't know if I have.
Oh, bro.
I'm from Mexico, so that's pretty. That's
There
the
we
type of
go.
sugar that they use
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah, bro, you just break that shit and just chew on it.
Yep.
Pause.
I mean, I probably did while I was down there. When I was in
No,
Mexico
and-
as
I
a
mean,
kid, I'm sure.
It's something you really don't even know because I told my mom because we're talking about like the Coca Cola
Okay.
in Mexico.
yeah, yeah. Me and mom were talking about the shipments.
I was like, oh shit.
We're talking about supply and demand.
yeah,
No, we're talking about the Coca-Cola, and I was like, "What's the difference?" And she's like, "Oh, it's sugarcane,
Yeah, bro.
as not as it is here." And I was like, "Have I ever really tried that?" She was like, "Yeah, we used to just here, and you just chew on it and suck the
Bro.
sugar out of it."
I was like, oh,
There was no other way to say that.
Jacob, thank you, thank you.
There was no other way to say that.
Pause.
Bro, I still remember when I went to Guatemala when I was younger. I want to go get a soda, a Coke, and I went to the fucking store, and I just saw a dude just pour my drink into a
baggie.
fucking bag, and I was like,
Yes,
I was like, yo,
fool.
what the fuck? But then, bag made it way better.
It
Yeah.
adds. It adds.
Oh
weight.
yeah,
bro.
Well,
I
extra
had-
oral points.
I had mad aura points in my bag. Wait, hey, brings a whole new meaning to get. I got a bag down in Mexico for real.
I got a bag of Coke.
Yeah, I got a bag of Coke.
It literally is a bag of Coke.
It's literally a bag of Coke with the straw. It
with
came
the
with the
straw.
straw. Bro, I used to get chocolate milk from this vendor that I was in like Guadalajara a lot as a kid. And like parked in the middle of the street was the best chocolate milk that I've ever had in my life out of a bag with a fucking rubber band and a straw out that bitch. And we used to go down there, bro. I was the only Mexican. My white mom and my white sister. So I'm running free with my cousins and shit, just running rampant. I was just thinking about that shit today. Because I was like, when you were down there, You were in Jalisco, but I don't know where at.
No, so I was just born there, but we're from Sonora, which is a little closer to the
Oh
border.
shit,
but-
nice.
Okay. Well, what's up with dog? Do you guys have dogs on the roofs in Guatemala, or is that just a thing
Hell
that we
yeah,
have?
Yeah,
in
bro,
Mexico?
it's
that's
just
a
a thing.
normal.
I
It's
don't
a
know
little
how they
shit,
get up
dude.
there, but they get up there.
I'm like dog on the roof. I can get my dog in the yard. Like what the fuck?
Bro, I swear they have to have stairs,
Yeah.
or they're just fucking
just-
agile.
Yeah, they're just yeeting their dog up there. This is your home now.
How to get them to
they're
not
fucking-
escape? Throw
Yeah,
them on the roof.
everywhere. I
Yeah.
have so many crazy experiences in Guatemala, bro. Like I almost got killed due to tattoos. I
Damn,
almost got
jeez.
fucking killed, bro. That shit was a trip.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Guatemalan gang activity.
Oh damn, bro. That shit's a trip out there. Like over there, I haven't gone back for the same reason that it's so dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
And either dealing with gangs and or dealing with like the cops thinking I'm a gang member.
Yeah.
Because like it's starting to become more of a thing, but it's still like a taboo in a
Right.
sense. Because when I was there when I was 18, I barely had like a fucking quarter sleeve, bro. Ran into the wrong people at the store and got questioned about my tattoos and everything, especially my Roman numeral tattoos.
Oh yeah.
And bro, that put me in a whole fucking conversation.
Yeah.
Crazy part is the trip is the dude was actually from California. So it went from speaking to me in Spanish to like asking me if I was a gang member in English, and found out about him, bro, dabbed them up. They showed me their tats, and this is all while all four of them were strapped up. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like,
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
this
about to
might
get
be-
hairy.
and then like casually he was like, oh yeah, bro, I was thinking about popping you, but then I was like,
You're a nice guy.
yeah, he was like,
Hey,
I
thanks
like
for,
you.
Thanks for
We
not
like
doing
you.
that.
bro, he was like, let me just ask you.
I was gonna kill you today, but
Bro, I'm telling you, I was shitting.
Yeah.
bricks,
Oh,
bro. I was
yeah,
like,
bro.
Well, I kept it cool. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Rolando, shout out Rolando. I don't know where the fuck you're at, but shout out Rolando.
Great guy.
yeah. Next time I see you, man, it's all love.
Bro, dab them up, grab my cookies, dip the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Hey, you were about
Bro,
to get
I
Young
was-
Dolph. You were about to get cookie shopping.
Cookie.
Talk about the Young Dolph,
Low-key,
my
I would
boy.
have been the young Dolph before Dolph,
Yeah,
bro.
on God. We've been
Literally.
telling your story, bro.
Bro, cookies are my downfall, and about was my fucking downfall that day.
Oh,
No
fuck.
joke.
That's
So-
funny, though.
Speaking of cookies being your downfall, now that we've kind of navigated through some of the tattoo shit, you're on a weight loss journey right now, right? You
Yeah,
kind of
bro.
you're kind of on some fitness kick. I've been kind of keeping up with it. It's kind of inspiring me to get my ass back outside and get back sweating, man. So where are you at? When did it start? Where did you finally like, ah, shit?
Yeah, what was the
What broke
straw
you?
that broke the camel's back?
Man, dude, so
The
it
giant
all,
back.
It all
The big
tailors
back.
Well, yeah,
back.
what broke your big back? No,
But it honestly, bro, it all tailors back to Kansas City. So after I owned my businesses, a couple things happened to where I had to, navigate myself into a new avenue. Moved to Kansas City and I worked for a company called S2 Supplement Superstore. Shout out Jeff, shout out Kyle, bro. You guys changed my life forever, and everyone in Shawnee. But it tapped me into this whole new world of like not only fitness but health. I've always like lifted. I've always played soccer my entire life, but actually tapping into my health. And then when I moved back, I was gonna have my daughter and everything, and I was like, "Fuck, man, I really gotta change my life into like being the best that I can be." Luckily, my homie, he became a professional trainer. Like he's actually becoming a bodybuilder and everything. I was like, bro, I want to do this shit. I want to lose some weight. I want to look good. Like, fuck the dad bod. Fuck
Yeah.
all that, bro. Like, I
Yeah,
can't.
let's
like,
beef up.
I want to be the definition of like, I don't need to look like that, even if I have a kid. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I have a kid, blah, blah. Fuck that, dude. So I decided to really be strict with myself, really tap into my diet, tap into my mental health, tap into my career.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I dropped like 16 pounds
That's
in a matter
dope.
of like 3 weeks. Now I'm on kind of like on a different avenue in my health life, but we're going back
Right.
like back towards what we were doing. So
Yeah.
The daughter part is really inspirational because that was mine. Because I was when I met my daughter's mom. I mean, I was in shape, looking good, starting comedy, and then throughout the pregnancy, I mean, pregnant girls like to eat. The
Yeah.
women they love to
Sympathy
eat.
weight is 100% real.
And I gained all of it. As
Yeah.
she was gaining weight, I
Oh,
was matching.
yeah.
I was going weight for weight, just matching on.
We're
And
going
like-
band for band.
and so after we had her, and then we split up, I looked at myself and I'm like, I don't look like I can keep up if she wants to like run around and go play soccer or go play softball or
Yeah.
whatever. I need to figure this out so I can be the dad the active dad running around, chasing her, throwing the ball, doing whatever. That's what kind of inspired me. I don't look like it. It's called a journey for a reason.
Yeah.
But to really be like, all right, I need to get my shit together so when she's 15, I can keep up with her.
Dude, it takes time. And that's what a lot of people like. Even me, like I get into my own head where I'm like, bro, I don't look like what I looked like 2 months ago because I had to navigate into a different avenue in order to get the results I want to see here in 5 months, 6 months from now. And it's a fucking trip. But what my coach told me, Jonah, he's like, don't look at the photos from last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Look at yourself 3 months ago, bro. He's like, you'll see a whole different man, even the way you think, the way you move, everything, bro. And it's like, oh shit, bro, like this really did change everything. And you know, I agree, bro. I was eating Hawaiian Bros, which we're about to get here in Wichita.
Yes,
bro,
we are.
I'm telling you right now, god damn it, bro, it's fucking good.
We have made it. Viewers, listeners, we have made it to the food section of this podcast. It wouldn't be an episode with us if we didn't start talking about some motherfucking food. So we got Hawaiian Bros on the way, man.
Bro, that you put
What's your go-to Hawaiian Bros order right now? We'll tag them right now.
fucking the Molokai. Bro, give me a large Molokai. Fucking everything right there.
I've never. He got freaky for the
He's
Hawaiian
getting
Bros.
freaky. He said,
Give me the Malachi.
He's biting his
I'm
lip.
telling you right now, I went
get
to the
to-
Morgan Wallen concert right before that.
Oh, yeah.
Fucks him up, bro.
How was that?
That was
Fire.
Morgan. That was
Bro,
Morgan.
one of the
Did you go on
best
night
concerts.
1 or 2?
Two.
Two?
For sure on Friday.
Is that
bro.
when he came out with Pat
Travis
and
and
bro,
Came out
fire,
the
bro.
goated.
Was that okay? So you were there the night when the bomb threats or whatever the hell that
Oh,
shit
yeah,
was.
I heard about
Bro, I
that.
didn't even know about that until.
There was bomb threats?
Yeah,
that's why it was
someone was-
delayed like 45 minutes. There was like a terrorist threat or something.
So
Against
wait,
the Chiefs.
So there was a bomb threat, and that's why Morgan wanted to come out on time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, fuck it, I was drinking. Dude.
45 minutes in a concert setting is 5 minutes regular.
That's why I
time.
was like,
Yeah,
that's
in
why you
dog
didn't
years.
see it anywhere.
What's crazy is I will say a lot of people were like, yo, where the fuck is this?
Nah,
dude?
it's a lot of whites.
And,
a lot of whites.
Bro, and everyone was like, oh, bro, the looks I
They're
was
needy.
getting,
They're needy.
the looks I was getting was
'cause of
crazy.
him.
But they were like, oh, this guy he kind of fits because I was wearing a Cabela's hat, bro,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
crop shirt.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro.
I know, bro. That's how I go on stage sometimes. If I know it's a white crowd, I'll throw some real tree on, throw my cowboy hat on. You know what I mean?
It works.
Yeah.
It works, bro.
Yeah, I swear to God, you gotta desensitize them a little bit.
No, I did a Christmas party comedy wise.
Neutralize.
Wore a long sleeve for a reason. Covered up. Try to cover as many tattoos as I can. I'm like, I'm one of you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
I'm corporate.
It was crazy because in the crowd, there was a lady and her daughter, which they actually just got tattooed by me. I met them at the concert. and
Shout
they were
out.
like, yeah, shout out them, bro, because
Hey, making
Fuck.
it happen. That was in the field networking
Bro.
right there.
they looked over at me and they're like, you kind of fit in, but you didn't really, because no one there was like tattooed from hands up.
Yeah,
on
bro,
we're talking about a country
everything,
Because you're
bro.
covered, bro.
Yeah, bro, and they were like, "Oh, did it hurt?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then they kind, it kind of led into
When we fell from heaven.
Yeah, when you
I
fell
was
from
like-
Guatemala.
fucking over the wall. I was like, "Yeah, dude, my fucking head hit the ground hard."
Oh,
But no, bro. But yeah, I didn't fit in, but at the same time, everyone was very accepting. And honestly, like I was a little bit more surprised than I kind of expected. But did not know about the bomb threats.
Yeah, I don't know if it was bomb threats or something, but all
Yeah,
I know
I
is
heard about.
dude got arrested and charged with like a Class E or Class 3 felony, something like that.
geez.
Well, whoever
Yeah.
you are, fuck you. We
Yeah.
still enjoyed it. So
Yeah, keep that shit out of Arrowhead, man. That shit I love that they use that for so many concerts, man. Yeah,
A
that's
lot of country concerts.
a lot
too.
of country concerts, but I mean we're in the
We're in
Midwest.
Kansas,
We're
yeah.
in the fucking
man, dude, but that motherfucker was
Well, yeah,
packed,
Morgan
bro.
Wallen goes. Morgan Wallen's got the hussies. You know what
Bro.
I'm saying?
That was fire, bro.
Yeah.
How long was this set? Dude, like, how long was he on
Dude,
stage?
we left there like 11:30, so probably like almost close to like 2 hours,
That's
bro.
gas.
And then Bailey Zimmerman was right before him.
Yeah.
Fire,
He's good.
bro.
He's good. Yeah.
Fire. And then he kind of came out with him for a song or two. And I just found out someone that gets tattooed at the shop hunts with him.
Oh,
and he's gonna
shit.
bring him by
That's
so
crazy.
I can
A
meet
lot
him,
of
bro.
a lot
which is-
of celebrities they come and hunt in Kansas.
yeah, dude.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we got we got
Yeah,
land like a
hella.
motherfucker out here.
Yeah, bro. So when he told me, he's like, oh, you like Bailey? I was like, okay. First of all, first name basis is crazy.
Yeah,
You mean
yeah.
Mr.
First,
Zimmerman?
yeah, exactly.
And he's like, oh, you like Bailey? I was like, yeah, his music's good, bro. And he was like, Yeah, Hunter Bailey. I was like, I literally looked at him. I was like, first name basis is crazy.
Yeah, that's for real though.
And he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, I'll bring him by during winter. He's like, so you can meet him. I'm like, that's a trip, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out Bailey too.
On that tip where you said that you met a couple ladies that came down and got done in your shop, how essential is it? And are you always thinking about like when you're out networking with people? Because you're a walking billboard for your own art.
Exactly.
Now, especially because you have drawn your own art. It's not only like I do tattoos. It's like I drew all of these. You are your own goddamn portfolio to a degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How important is that when you get out there? Like, is that something that you think about, or are you kind of just letting the work come to you?
No, bro. Absolutely. You have to make the effort. I will say one of the dudes that actually mentors me, based out of California, at Self-Titled Tattoo. Shout out to all the guys there. Shout out Bogus. He said it in one of his videos. He was like, "It's there, bro. It's for the taking, but it's up to you." Like I was an apprentice, bro. It was expected of me to really not bring in that much money, not to make that much money in my first year. Me with the marketing background, me knowing what I needed to do in order to bring that shit in, I pushed myself to different limits where it was like, I'm gonna get myself the fuck out there.
Oh yeah.
Especially because I've been busy, bro. Thankfully, I've been really
Talk
fucking
your
busy,
shit,
bro. So there's no fucking excuse to hear, oh, it's it's downtime, like everyone's back in school. No, fuck that, because I made a good amount of money as an apprentice during winter time myself.
Yeah.
So it's really how much you really want it, bro. And on top of that, it's changing the aspect of how people look at tattoo artists. Most people think dickhead.
I asked him on the way here because I started getting tattoos when I was 19, so
Yeah.
fucking 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And I know the thing has always been of like when you go in for a walk-in or set an appointment, the cliche thing is like they're dickheads.
Yeah.
You ask them, hey, I want to get this, and they just roll their eyes or they're rude or whatever. Do you still do you still battle with that? How do you? Because I know I have a couple of lady friends who are like, I want to get a tattoo, but I just don't want to go through like the rudeness of a tattoo shop.
Yeah, dude.
And me personally, I've experienced it like once or twice, but not, I don't think it's real anymore.
Not enough to not want to get a tattoo.
Yeah, so like I will say like that stigma is still there, but there's a lot of newer artists that are coming up that are changing that. Like, bro, my biggest thing is like, you're not just paying for the piece, you're paying for the experience with me. If you have a great piece, but you fucking hated your time with me, you're not gonna come back to me regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
facts.
if I can still give you a good piece and you enjoyed your time there with me and everyone at my shop, bro, even better. And that's one of the biggest things that I will say that Sailors has is that we're like a family, bro. Like you come in there, we're fucking around the entire time. We're joking around. You feel like you're part of it.
Yeah.
And we will bring you into the conversation. We don't give a fuck. So you feeling like, oh, this is fun, this is comfortable, everyone's involved, bro, it has people coming back regardless.
I think that's kind of like the barbershop type setting of you go over to the barbershop obviously for a haircut, but also just for the experience, the conversation.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, catch up with the fellas.
Yeah, you're sitting there for 30 minutes to an hour, and the tattoo, you're sitting there for hours. So if you have somebody that's just a dickhead and not going to talk to you, or it's like, how long have you been doing it? They're like 5 years, and they just don't.
Yeah, dude.
That takes points away.
And like there's a lot of artists out there. It's like, oh, we get the same fucking questions. It's like, what got you into this? And it's like, yeah, it's repetitive. Yeah, I have to say it all the time. But at the same time, I have to understand that it's like, I am sitting here with you for 4 hours. You are gonna get to know me. I'm gonna get to know you.
Yeah.
Regardless. So even if it's repetitive, I'm gonna fucking do it, and I'm gonna build a relationship with you.
Yeah. It's a different person every time,
yeah,
at least. You know what I
dude,
mean? You might find something cool as fuck out about this person, or get invited to they might have tickets for something that they fuck with you on that you didn't know that. I'm big on that. Always trying to like have good rapport with people no matter what the situation
And
is.
like Frankie, in my background, like knowing that I've had businesses, I've always had to battle the viewing of like, oh, dude with tattoos, he's
in a
fucking
corporate setting, trying to present himself.
Exactly. So what I've never liked is people viewing me as like this dude's typical stereotype, like this dude's gonna be a dick or he's X, Y, and Z, So I show people it's like, oh fuck, this dude's actually a really nice guy. Like I can actually get along with him. Just he looks different, but it doesn't change him.
Yeah, cool as a
bro.
motherfucker.
It's helped me out in so many aspects, not only building relationships business wise, but even tattooing, bro.
I did want to bring that up. I'm glad that you touched on it a couple of times. we've spoke through it, but without knowing you, people might not know. So what were the couple businesses, let's say 5-6 years ago? Because you've always been an artist, you've always been drawing, but you've taken a couple different avenues and done successful in each one that I've seen you. I've been like, damn, he's over here doing this. I remember when I ran into you at Medis when you were running videography and marketing for them. I was like, this is so fucking random, but crushing. Dude was crushing. The videos were coming out clean. Everything was coming out clean. So what was like, how did you get to be the tattoo artist, and what businesses do you think helped how you are now?
Yeah, dude. So
Because you said social media marketing was big.
it all started, bro, back when I met Carlos Fernandez. He is my mentor. We've gone through a lot together. It's crazy to the point where we're almost identical, bro. We same birthday, same backgrounds. We look the same when it comes to like tattoos and everything, bro. And he's taught me a lot when it came to business, when it came to life, when it came to being a man in general, bro. I started working for him as an intern when I was in college because I have a business degree. Yeah, I have degrees.
Let's go, motherfucker.
Yeah, I have.
Can we
degrees.
get a
Round of
what's
applause.
up? Can we
Degrees.
do anything? Good Lord.
Shout out.
We're
Shout
like,
out
we
French
don't
University.
give a fuck about college.
Dropped out twice.
Yeah.
But hey,
Oh, so you were on time for that. You were real on time for that, Jacob, motherfucker.
shit.
Jacob's my biggest hater on the buttons. On the soundboard, he's my biggest hater.
bro, if I had that thing, I'd be fucking around the
I
entire
couldn't be
time.
trusted with it.
Bring that shit.
Shout out college.
But I started off as an intern, bro. I just needed something to get my fucking hours in, and I actually met him through soccer because I was just reffing. And intern there, bro. We just to keep the story short, bro. We took the company from being a mobile app company to a marketing agency. So we went from like 36 employees to just 4 of us, and we're like, okay, what the fuck do we need to do in order to transition this company into being a successful marketing company? And bro, we went from video to graphic design, campaigns, everything, bro. And got to a point where me and him were running it. Ended up owning a restaurant, Kiko's, owned a gym during COVID. But all these things really taught me how to be disciplined, how to manage my money, how to really figure problems out when it came to not just business, but life, bro. Because in that shit, when shit hits the fan, all you guys, yourself, your partner, and every other employee, bro, they don't give a fuck end of the day. But, man, dude, I will say Clutch Studio was the biggest blessing to me. I actually have it tattooed on me. That's
Let's
our
go.
logo with the diamond right there. So get that shit right. But, man, bro, Carlos Fernandez, I can't thank him enough for everything he's taught me in my life, business-wise, life-wise. Without him, I don't know what path I would have taken.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful for that, bro.
I didn't know that you also owned a gym during COVID. Like I
dude.
said, I knew that you were very versatile in the things that you had done over the years, and that it was just a domino effect or a snowball effect where one thing's going to knock into the next thing and it's going to be bigger the next time. But damn, owning a gym during COVID, that is dope. And it's always good to see people shouting out their mentors and stuff. As much as motherfuckers want to say, like, I got this shit on my own or I'm a self-made
Nah, it ain't
motherfucker,
that
like,
hard,
there's no way,
Nah,
bro.
bro.
There's no way. And at least in today's, there's so many things that you have to be on top of. Like you said, I mean, graphic designing, just marketing, running campaigns, figuring out what trends are on, where to avoid just wasting your time at or your money at, shit that's not working out no more. It's definitely all a big learning process, but you have fucking succeeded in everything that I've seen you do, everything that I've seen you try your hand at.
Man, dude, and it's, one of the biggest things with like social media, I will say, is like everyone always sees the pretty side of things.
Right.
Everyone
Don't
saw
see
the
the
pretty
ugly.
side of Clutch, of Kiko's, of the gym. Everything that we were doing was just like, oh fuck, this is pretty. But you don't see all the hard times, bro. You don't see the times where, fuck, bro, you're trying to figure out how the fuck are we gonna come up with this much money? How the fuck are we gonna figure this out for this company? Even when it came to like videographers and all that stuff, bro, sometimes you really need to figure that shit the fuck out. And just like you said, bro, you can't do this by yourself. I couldn't be a good tattoo artist or a better tattoo artist without the people that I know that are around me. I don't have good video content without videographers. all that type of shit comes into play, bro. So being self-made, yeah, it comes to, you know, a certain level. Like, yeah, you can be self-made.
Yeah, motivate yourself.
But bro, without a team, without people that are helpful, that are in your corner, playing their roles in your life, you won't get anywhere, bro.
Yeah,
It's impossible.
I say that shit all the time. Like I was just telling you before we got started, I had a girl reach out to me recently. One of my homegirls was like, "Man, you have since we first met, you've been doing all kinds of shit in this last couple years, and it's dope to see. You inspire me. You know, I've always kind of thought about making a pod and moving into that. And I was like, look, appreciate that, love. This shit is not that simple. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't have set the pod up in my house. There's no way that I would have had the time to really get efficient with cameras, with editing software, with just all the processing that he has to do, that Jacob has to do. It would take me as long as he's done. You know, he's been in this shit for almost 10 years now.
About 7. Yeah.
7 years, and that's the quality that we're getting here. And I told her because she was like, "You guys have such like fire editing and camera skills," and I was like, "That's not me. I'm a voice. I've got some ideas that I pitch that me and Eric argue over. I argue over his ideas. I was like, it's not none of this shit, and it's way harder than I thought it was going to be going into it 7 months ago or whatever we started this. Like it has been way different. I
like that you said that. Everybody sees the pretty, nobody sees the
Yeah.
Because even just my parents are always like, "Hey, this looks really good. I mean, it looks like it has potential." And I'm like, sometimes I'm scared we're not going to do the next week. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like,
dude.
Because best friends, love them, right?
still butt heads.
You have to.
And it happens. And
Yeah,
it happens.
you
And
have
it's just
to,
like,
bro.
I couldn't tell you how many, like, I've called Jacob after we've argued, be like,
I'm gonna kill this.
I'll tell him, I was like, I just need a vent. Tell me I don't even care if I'm right or if he's right. Let me just talk about this. And I need your professional advice on how do we go through this?
how do we
And
mitigate?
that's how it is.
And the best part of that aspect, bro, is that it's because you care about it so much.
Right.
Like if you didn't give a fuck, bro, you would just
Then that'd be a
kinda
problem.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My
But
God,
because
whatever.
you care
Who
about it,
let
you
it
guys
go?
both want the best for it. It's like a fucking relationship, bro. You have to figure out in order to meet in the middle.
what
for
are we dating?
I was just about to say we're dating low key, bro.
What are we?
Are we a throuple? Jacob, are you in
Hey,
this?
if you heard it here first. I
Yeah,
brought
Bailey,
it
we're
out,
sorry.
But yeah, bro, like
It takes a village. I say it all the
Swear,
time.
bro.
It takes a team. It really is. Because even my friend group, obviously it's a friend group, but I call it like my team. Because
Yeah.
if without
Yeah.
this person here or this person here, then we're just not gonna work out.
bro,
Yeah,
and
we
I'm
gotta
the same
rely on
way, and
each other.
it's something that I've learned in the past years is, bro, you start off with knowing 20 plus people, bro, and you're like, all these motherfuckers are my friends, and then you slowly start realizing, like, damn, this motherfucker is
Sketchy.
bringing some type of
Right.
toxicity into my life here, bro. Now I've tailored my friend group into, bro, less than 10 people. I used to be a person that like, oh, you know everybody. Yeah, I know everybody now, but not everyone is in my circle,
Yeah.
bro. Like you're not at the table with me when we meet.
Right. They know
know what I'm
you, but
saying?
they don't really know what you're up to like that. I feel that.
You can see us from outside in the glass, but you ain't gonna be at my table.
Yeah, you
know
don't hear
what
the
I'm saying?
conversation going on. 100%. I feel that.
But
That
I feel like that's what makes these aspects of like owning a business, owning a podcast, tattooing, whatever, fun, bro. Is because you have to be really strategic on who's with you, who's not with you, and how you're gonna grow this, bro. Because if not, then shit will crumble real quick.
Eat
Yeah.
so quick.
Fast, bro. And that's one thing, like, another that had been spoken to her. I was like, you got to be ready to sacrifice and compromise.
Oh, yeah.
Every single idea that you think is going to be great and is going to be a hit, scrap half of them.
Yeah.
Scrap half of them.
And-
And I mean, just you have to be able to take the L's that
you
come
need a
with
chin.
this
You need a
shit.
chin,
You
'cause
need
you're
a
gonna get
chin.
knocked out.
Yes.
And
If
in
you don't know
the
how to take
most-
an L, if you don't know how to take a hit, bro, it's
Oh, you're fucked.
You're
In the
fucked.
most humble way, I will say this too, and this goes for you guys. You guys make a podcast look easy because you guys have worked for it.
That I had this conversation with a friend because we in our comments we're starting to get like a little bit of like shit talkers, which personally I love. We're
Good.
comedians, we'll have a good time with it.
Yeah.
But it's also she's like, Eric, you don't understand. You're making it look easy, and these assholes are mad that it looks easy. I was
Yeah,
like, that's
and that's the thing. That's the beauty behind of what
we
do.
appreciate that, by the way.
No.
Before we go too far, thank you, cuz.
No, yeah, bro, because everyone will think that. They're like, oh man, bro, that's easy.
Anybody can
oh,
do it.
that-
Yeah.
yeah, fuck that. Put in the work that we did. Try everything that we did. Fail, fall on your face. 8 fucking times, get back up that 9th, and try it again.
Yep.
Because then when it happens, you're like, a lot of people fucking quit, bro.
Oh,
And I've known people that have like started something, they're like, nah, like this ain't
They
it.
fail once or twice and they call it good. I mean, we do that in comedy. How many people do we start off with? How many people do we see starting and they go to a couple of open mics, they bomb, and then we never see them again?
Failure is tough. Like I definitely have had my own share of it, but like you said, it's all about the bounce back. But there are some people where like it's just too much to the ego, especially in positions like where we're doing comedy. It's very public. You have social media as one of your biggest assets right now because how are people going to find out about you? Sick ass pictures of your art on the gram. And I feel like other tattoo artists might have faced backlash on their way up or anything like that. It's a lot of money going into what you do. Now we like I said, we pay for some studio time, and there's when we throw shows, we have to pay people out and stuff like that. But expenditure, I feel like on a tattoo artist side, you invest a 1,300 hour. What'd you say? How
Yeah,
many?
it was 1,300 hours
1,300
just to get
hours.
my license.
It's easy to quit at 400 or 500. I could imagine it being easy to quit halfway into that, seeing like, God,
Dude, and it's so easy to quit when you look. So I started off by tattooing on fake skin.
Yeah.
Just like,
The rubber
bro,
stuff. Yeah.
you look at that piece and you're like, that looks like shit, bro. Because drawing with a pencil and then going to a needle is one thing, bro. Like, it's like, that shit's hard as fuck. So when you look at that piece and you're like, damn, I could have done that on pencil way better. And then you look at this, you're like, this looks like shit. You're like, ah, fuck, dude. I don't know if this is.
yeah. Am I ready? Am I ready to take this? Because you're putting on somebody's skin. That's way more daunting.
Bro.
And we're telling jokes on stage.
pressure.
Like,
I will
you've
say
got
it here.
permanence.
Bro, I will say it here. This last week, it was probably one of the most nerve-wracking pieces I've done to this date, bro. It was a realistic eye, and I was like, you know, I told the dude, I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, for sure.
We'll knock it
One
out.
of the biggest things that I will always say goes into anything is your confidence and how like just
Believe in
going
yourself.
in, yeah, bro. And I was like, fuck. I put on the stencil and everything, and I was like, damn, dude, this is kind of fucking scary.
You're like,
I started it, bro. I got my fucking
like when you
zone.
lie on the application.
Bro, honestly, yeah, bro. It's like, oh yeah, I've done this before. Bro, once I got done with it, it was one of those moments where it was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, if this is what I'm knocking out right now, I can only imagine what it's gonna be like here in another year, another 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, this is just the fucking beginning.
Right, you're just
for
getting
me.
started, man. You're just getting started, bro. It's fucking dope.
Cheers to that, even though I don't
Cheers.
have
Cheers.
anything.
Yeah, I'm empty. I'm empty. I'm empty.
I've been done.
Oh,
Shit,
thank
pour
God,
up,
bro.
Pour up one last shot. We'll take a shot and then we'll have to get out of here. We got to run over to
bro.
Sailors, man.
I appreciate you guys having me on here. It's
Nah,
been
we
fucking
appreciate you
fun,
coming
bro.
down here, bro. For real. It's good to catch up with you.
fellas.
It's good to see you dedicated to your craft and dedicated to your art, man. At this, like I said, this has been, we like to bullshit on here for sure, but the main thing, we are getting back to what we said on our first couple episodes. We want to use this platform that we have to kind of just showcase our friends and other local Wichitans, Kansans who are, you know, in their own lane, working at their own craft, have put that time in. You've clearly put that time in across tattooing, across other businesses. So we're definitely always trying to really push that. And it's good to have you sit down here. Someone who I've known for 15 years. Well, I met you when I was like 12.
Bro,
so
you want to know something funny that I was thinking
15.
about?
What?
Choir in middle school.
Oh, fuck!
Boy,
Yo. He really can't air me out right now. We were in choir. We were in choir super hard, bro.
I don't give a fuck. I'll say it right here, Wizard of Oz, hip hop style, boy. Me,
Oh,
you,
yo!
Keeman, Mac. Come on, son.
I swear to God, freshman year,
back.
freshman year of high school, we did a musical, Wizard of Oz, and
That's hilarious.
it
dog.
was either 8th grade or freshman year, and our choir teacher was like,
Miss Sims.
yeah, she was like, who here can rap? Like we're gonna have a part that's rapping. Everybody points to me because I'm pushing it. At that point in
bars.
time, I'm like, I got this shit, and I still do. For you haters, fuck you. But I had to wear a full green outfit, and I rapped. Because I was Wizard of, I was Oz, bro.
Yeah, dog.
But
I wish I could
I'm
find that
telling you,
photo.
I got it in the yearbook. Cause I go back to it sometime. I forget about that shit. Look, we'll get a pop up of that.
Bro, I had a.
I said go for it, right now on the spot.
Go for the what?
For your spot. What was your solo?
Oh no! It
Come
was
on,
it
come
was
on.
Spill
it was
spill
pre-written. I accepted
Ah.
it. I accepted it because I was like, bet I can write this. At the time, that was like my focus. I was like, oh yeah, I got to write it. And she hands me the script. I've already accepted the role. It's so
Homie, cash the
ass.
check.
Dude, you want to know the fucking funniest thing is that all the colored kids were like, "Yo, let's just do this shit for fun to just fuck around." Cause if I forgot what the fuck it was, we would go to Worlds of Fun at the end.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
we went.
So that's the
bruh.
only reason everybody fucking joined. Bro,
We-
no
yeah.
one give a fuck about
No one
choir.
gives a fuck about
Yeah.
choir.
And then guess what?
we
we nev-
win.
We never won.
What?
We won. We never went.
Went.
Yeah, never went. And I was like, well, that was a.
I don't know whose we is because I went to all these choir competitions. Y'all are gonna find out some gay shit about me right now.
That's
You went.
so
So
gay.
you went to World of Fun?
Yeah, I
Oh,
went.
that's fucking. That's.
I was in choir for like 5 years.
Damn,
I was in
bro.
drama theater, bro. I was in that.
I
That's
didn't
like one of my
fucking
first
commit.
big passions
You're a
is the
fucking
stage,
nerd.
bro.
I didn't
He's a
commit.
dork.
I knew
didn't-
that I wanted to put on a show, but I was like, I don't know stage direction. My dumbass thought that I would need to know what stage left was to tell jokes and to write music. I was like, this is gonna be, I gotta know the production of a show and shit. And I still do, you know what I mean? That's an avenue later on down the
Hey, I
line.
will say that choir fucking paid off, bro. Cause I be singing my ass off when I'm tattooing people.
You
I
know
don't
what I'm
give a fuck.
saying?
You might get a little something while I'm fucking tattooing, bro.
Hey, well, before we get out of here and go over to Sailors to get blessed in, to get stamped
To
with
get
the RTL, we always try to ask anybody that's coming in here one piece of advice that you would give to yourself or somebody like in your position last November, or I mean, just any position of this journey. What was one advice that you would give to a young tattoo artist?
Man, bro. Being humble. Stay humble, bro. Actually, let me restart this, and I'm gonna dedicate this one back to Clutch Studio, back to Carlos Fernandez. Stay humble, hustle hard, bro. End of the fucking day, if you keep doing what you're doing, if you put all the love, all the focus behind it, it's gonna fucking pan out, no matter what. So, take the punches, roll with them, and enjoy it, bro. Laugh through that shit, because end of the day, we live one fucking life, bro. If you don't risk it all, if you ain't risk adverse, bro, you're gonna live safe your entire fucking life.
Yeah.
So why not? Why not, bro? That's it.
I feel
Amen. Amen. Take that risk, man. Roll the fucking dice. Well, I appreciate you coming down. Where can they find you online, bro? If they're looking for the socials, where can they pull you up at? IG?
On IG, Emerson Wolf TA2Z. Hit me up, DM me, whatever works, bro. Any tattoo is a good tattoo. Like just throw 'em my way. We'll always work with it.
And you're up there at Sailor's World Famous Tattoo. What's the address on that?
It's on Murdoch, Broadway Murdoch. 312 East Murdoch. And always like, even though I say it, people will never find it. But just let me know. And I do want to give a shout out to you guys, bro. I appreciate you guys. This is my first podcast. I enjoyed it. And I'd love to be on here in another year. Fucking
Yeah.
next August 5th, I'd love to be back on here to talk to you guys.
Yeah,
Because I want to
shit,
see
for
where
sure.
you guys are at. Man, bro, you guys are an absolute blessing to anybody that comes on here. So
Well, we
thank you
appreciate
guys.
that.
No, I appreciate that.
Salute.
Thank you, dude.
No,
Salute.
Cheers.
cheers to you guys, man. Thank you. Shout out again to all the guys at my shop. Shout out to Self-Titled out in Pico Rivera. Love all you guys, man. Without y'all, wouldn't be here. And my mom, love you.
There it is.
Perfect.
Nice.
Jacob, where can they find you?
At Manage to Create.
Hit
I'm
him up.
yeah, videos on deck. I'm at Frankie the Miracle or Frankie Miracle on TikTok.
Eric's Eyes 1, ERICKZYAS 1.
Follow the pod, like the pod, subscribe on the YouTube, push that, share the motherfucking videos.
Tap in, and if you don't, you stupid.
You stupid.
All right, see you guys next week. We have a guest next week?
Yeah, we got a guest next week.
Perfect. Stay tuned for that. And August 18th, it's on a Sunday here in a couple of weeks. We are doing a comedy contest.
At Central Standard Brewery.
And we're giving away 2 tickets.
Yep. So
Details will be released on our TikTok and our Instagram for all that good stuff. 2 tickets at Central Standard. I think tickets are like $15.
Yeah.
So you'll be saving
30 bucks.
Saving $30. Take you and your lady or you and your homeboy out
That's
for a good
$30
night of
for
laughs.
alcohol.
you know
See
what I'm saying?
Down payment on a tattoo.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys keep a lookout for that comedy contest and all the information for the giveaway.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.